if like we're doing multiple things, because I thought that first of all we need a rasterizer for our software renderer. Let me put that away. Yeah, here's on my chat. So yeah, so that's basically the thing that we're doing today. So writing a triangle rasterizer, but as you can see, this is kind of garbage, right? So we kind of would need to do that, and then we see that we can draw a circle, right? Because we managed to draw circles in the last episode, and also some other stuff. I think, yeah, just basic rectangles, right? So that's our circle. It's looking pretty ass, and that's why I thought we should like use some kind of library, for example, X11, to display our our image instead of displaying it on terminal, right? Because that would be kind of ass. So that's what we're doing today, right? Let's go. So so the first thing, I think, what should we do first? Hey, much love. Keep up with the amazing content. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Okay, so let's open up Firefox and just Google something. And by the way, let's open a private thing, right? Because in the last episode, someone pointed out that they saw a funny search request, right? So we don't want that, right? So let's Google up a triangle rasterizer or something. A fast and precise triangle rasterizer. Okay, that looks kind of good. So in this article series, you will learn how a computer draws a triangle on the screen. We will create a simplified software implementation of the method GPU used when they draw single color triangles, and though example code. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Yep, a walkthrough of the method. The method was published by some guy, and we have outside and inside. Yeah, we basically need some kind of algorithm to determine if a pixel is inside or outside the triangle, right? That's basically what we need to do. Alright, so to be able to do this efficiently, we have to set up a triangle a specific way. We oriented the vertices in a consistent order, which here is chosen to be counterclockwise. Okay. Yep. Okay. Finding out if a pixel lies is not so hard. In code, such a function can look like this. Okay, so we get the determinant, right? Okay. Looks rather easy, right? So let's try and do that. So float. By the way, is the code too small? I can't really. Yeah, I don't know. Let's put that like this. No. Like. Wait. Like that, and then like that, right? So float get determinant. What's it called? Determinant. And then we have A, B, and C. So the function receives 3 inputs, A, B, and C. The edge coordinates are A and B. So basically the coordinates of the triangle edge, right? Because if we're at this point, this would be A, this would be B, and C is probably the pixel, right? Looks fun. Thanks, man. Yeah, okay. So let's give them a little bit better names, right? So vec2, something like edge start, edge end, and actual pixel, right? So and then we just have, and then it's basically implement a vec2 sub function because he uses it, which just takes an A and B and returns a vec2, right? Oh, it's not a vec2s actually, so dot x is equal to a dot x minus b dot x, and dot y is equal to a dot y minus b dot y, right? And then we just say ab, yeah. So vec2 ab is equal to vec2 sub, basically b from a, right? So let's say b to a. Or let's just say edge length then, right? So edge len is edge start and edge end because we renamed the thing. So edge length, and then we have a new vector. Ah, by the way, we don't have music, right? Let's put him some music. And I quickly need to plug in my headphones, right? To actually hear the music. Let's quickly do that shit. Like that. Plug them in. Everything's nice, right? So let's go and say lo-fi music. Right? Let's listen to some lo-fi music. Right? Well, okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So let's get the edge length, and then we have the basically AC, which is like the distance from the pixel to the start of the edge. So pixel distance, let's call it that. And then we have vec2 sub, which is from the pixel to the edge start. Right, so that's what we have, and then we return edge len at 1 times, well, not at 1, it's actually times y. Right, times pixel dist dot x minus edge. It's actually edge len, right? So I'm doing typos already. So edge len, and this is edge len as well. But dot x, right? So dot x and times pixel dist dot y. Right. So is that correct? Edgelen dot y times pixel dist dot x minus edgelen dot x minus pixel. Okay, looks fine, right? Basically cross multiplying stuff. Okay, finding candidate pixels. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the candidate. Like it probably returns some value if it's inside the pixel, inside the triangle or outside the triangle. So the edge coordinates A and B, and the candidate pixel coordinates is C. Okay, yeah, we already know that, kind of, right? It will be 0 if the pixel is exactly on the edge, and negative if the pixel is to the right. Okay, so basically if it's greater than 0, it's inside the triangle, I guess. So let's try and implement that. So let's kind of put that onto another workspace. But what he is doing is probably finding a bounding box of the triangle. Yeah. Okay, so let's also do that, because that would how do you say it? Like it would be faster, but yeah, that would give us better execution time, right? So for that, let's first implement some kind of, because he's using min for 3 values. So let's implement something like float min of vals, and then we kind of get the vals and an n, and here we say float min is equal to, I think, vals at 0, right? And then for utility I is equal to 0 as less than n, I plus plus. We check if vals at I is smaller than min. Min is equal to vals at I then. And then here we return min. And the same for the max actually, right? So max of vals. Just one sign is different, right? That's it for those functions. So let's now implement a function void draw triangle. Triangle. And okay, before we do that, I mean we can do that later, but it kind of bothers me that we always need to take in the screen, or like the pixel pointer screen, and then the width of the screen and height of the screen. We should probably abstract some, have some abstract screen structure, right? That would be pretty necessary. Okay, so let's have vertex 1. Let's make 2 like that, because we kind of need 3 vertices, right? Bro, please, your nvim lsp config. I made a video about it. Just look it on look on my channel. I have a video on it. Yeah. So let's take in 3 vertices, because every triangle kind of has 3 right vertices. Yeah, okay, so we have the vertices, and then we kind of need a pix. Oh, we have color. Okay, so color. And then what we kind of need to do is, yeah, get a min x. So a minimum x value, which is like the outermost, like, do I have a spread? Yes. Like if we have this triangle, for example, then min x would be that, right? And min y would be that, so here, and then this would make up the point, and then we just kind of create a bounding box around the triangle to not calculate, like to not run the algorithm for everything on the entire screen, right? So we're just running it for the bounding box of the triangle, which actually makes sense. You will reach the highest of heights further one day. Yeah, I hope so. That's my goal, right? That's my goal. So let's say min x is equal to min of vals, and the vals actually, so let's have something like x vals, which is just every x value of the, like every x value, so vert2.x, vert3.x. So basically the minimum x of all vertices, right? So that's what we need to calculate, and that's an array. And then for the y as well, so y vals is y, and min of vals takes in the x vals, 3 of them, and then we have max x, min of vals, it's actually max of vals, right? So max, it's just double x, so that's kind of cool. Big fan, bro. Please, I need your Instagram or Telegram account, please. Yeah, bro. I kind of don't have I don't have both of those apps. Sorry. It's good that you're a big fan, but I have to, yeah, make you a little bit sad because I don't have both of them, right? Any of them. So that's the virus. And then we have this. And what we basically do is, yeah, we iterate from x is equal to min x, and x is less than max x. So we're basically, where's that shit? Did I close it? Oh my god. So let's, what is rasterizer? I mean, let's Google that up. What is a FAT? What is a thirst trap? Oh my god. Oh my god. So what is rasterization? Rasterization. Rasterization is the task of taking an image described in a vector graphics format and converting it into raster image. That is it. That's rasterization. So you basically put, like, that's a raster. A raster is just a grid, right? And you put stuff onto the raster to basically define some kind of shape. What is a woman? Bro, please, I need to contact you. Please, bro, if you use other social medias. I mean, right, so I have Discord, right? You can send me a friend request on Discord. I don't really actively use Discord, but I don't know. I think, like, this is my user on Discord, so you can write me if you want. Right? Oh my god, I closed Acepred. I wanted to show something, right? So what I wanted to show, we have this triangle, right? So that's a triangle, and that's our bounding box. Kind of like that, right? So it's actually wrong, right? So like that, and like that. And then we start the X from the minimum point of the bounding box. And we go to the maximum, and the same for the Y, right? So we basically, I think you get the idea, right? So don't save. So max x and x plus plus. And by the way, let's iterate from y onward, right? So max y, because we do that everywhere. It's kind of a habit of mine because it is it's actually more efficient for the CPU in some ways, right? But in this scenario, it probably doesn't matter. But still, that's basically that. And then what we need to do. Let me think. You basically need to check if the point is inside all of the lines, right? So so what you want to do is you want to get the determinants, alright? So d1 is equal to let's have some kind of p, because we need the pixel, right, in the determinant function. Let's call it pixel is equal to vec2 dot x equal to x dot y is equal to y, and d1 is equal to get determinant and the edge start and edge end. Okay, so we basically, yeah, okay, that's basically that. So we kind of need all edges. So let's kind of go from vert 3 to vert 2, right? Because it's counterclockwise, and then this is like from vert 2 to vert 1, I guess. So D2 and D3 is from vert 1, no, from vert 1 to vert 3 or something, or from vert 3 to vert 1. I have no idea. I'm getting cold. So quick call break, right? Quick call break. Yeah, back again. Hello, nice early session. Yeah, a little bit early today, right? Because I didn't have lessons in the evening. Writing a cube with just vertex positions is truly a tedious task. Okay, I'm doing OpenGL right now in C, making a game. That's cool, right? So that's kind of nice. So we basically get the determinant, and then we say stuff, right? So why is this thing messed up? What we say is, yeah, like if d1 is greater than or equal to 0 and d2 is greater than or equal to 0 and d3 is greater than or equal to 0, right? I guess. And then we say fill pixel. What the fuck is this? Let's just remove all of that. So screen with height x, y. Come on, x, y. I am working on C to lure for Roblox. Not bad. Not bad, bro. So the color is the color that we gave, right? So color. That kind of makes sense, right? And okay, let's try drawing a triangle. So draw a triangle. Screen width, screen height. Okay, so let's say it starts at 0, 0, then it goes to 5, 0, and I'm used to writing 5 back to S because I'm working with CGLM. Color is color 0, 0, 255. And let's make our screen be just 20 by 20 or something. So basically what we expect to have, right? What we expect to have is we have a point in here, so 0, 0. Then we have a point in 5, 5, somewhere here. And then we have a point in here, so 5, 5. This is 5, 0, by the way. So we expect to have this. If we can code well, but I don't think so. So let's don't save, put that back. CGLM for the win. I feel you on the vectors. Yeah, CGLM is the best, bro. Okay, okay, it makes that's the first thing, so that's already good. Okay, but no triangle, right? No triangle, as it seems. That's interesting. By the way, we need to 2 O's, right? Don't we? I don't know. I don't really. No triangles. So let's see. X, or let's say filled pixel. Okay, it didn't fill any pixel, and maybe it doesn't even iterate. Yeah, it does. It iterates, right? What is your goal with this project, or just expanding knowledge? Like the goal is probably making some kind of 3D stuff, software rendered, but it's just for knowledge, because like my real, that's just kind of some side of I can't talk, bro. Some kind of a side project, right? Because the real project is retained mode lathe, right? So I'm working on that currently, which also has a full-on rendering engine that I'm working on, and layout system and stuff. I will probably make some kind of a stream for that, but it will be a very long task. I mean, implementing animations and layouts and so much stuff, right? But for now, we need to have triangles. So so that kind of didn't work, right? I mean, let's kind of print, or let's basically print x and y and check if they're even the right coordinates, right? So x, y, and then we have x, y, x, y, right? And that's not an integer, right? Yes, it's not easy, but time is a thing. Work on one thing at a time. Nothing worth doing is ever easy. Yeah, I get your point. You should kind of work on one thing at a time. But working on one thing at a time always is kind of frustrating, right? So that's why I need to take a break sometimes, right? So that is kind of correct. That's kind of correct. That's kind of correct. Probably it's this thing, right? So does the... Oh my god. Bro, I love this article. Where is it? I love it, bro. It literally did the exact same thing as I did. What the fuck? Last time rendering circles was the biggest pain, but this one guy is just the biggest. Like I love him. So he gets a determinant of first of 2 and then 3. Okay, so that's the start and 3 is the end. And then 3 and 1. And then 1 and 2. Okay, why does that kind of seems scuffed, right? Why, like from... Okay, so let me kind of draw that up, right? So vert 2 would be this and that, and then we have this and that, and then we have this and that. Yeah, okay, kind of makes sense, right? Counterclockwise. Okay. And then we check if... Yeah, so then we basically check if this... Why does he make some kind of array out of it? But whatever. So he checks if this... Yeah. Not bad. Maybe it works now, but I'm not sure about that, right? What the fuck? What the fuck? And by the way, obviously we would kind of do something like 10-0 to get an actual correct triangle, right? Yeah, and then also let's say +1. This is actually, this has been very easy. Because this article is just the best, bro, what the fuck? Right, so that's a triangle. That's a fucking triangle. Right, so we have triangles now. This took like 30 minutes, bro. there are probably some exceptions. Probably not all triangles work. But whatever, right? Whatever. Let's kind of... I mean, because I'm sick and tired of looking at this fucking terminal, right? So let's get some stuff set up. First, what we need is kind of abstract away some stuff, right? So let's abstract away the screen, right? So screen... what? Screen. Has a pixel pointer, pixels, and a unit 32T width, and a unit 32T height. Now we can make a circle out of a triangle in a software renderer. Yeah! We can basically now render everything, because triangles can make of everything. Right? So we have the screen, and now we just take in the screen everywhere, right? So screen dot height and screen width, one thing, you guys think, because a lot of people in the comments were saying that I should do some kind of stuff like that, so do you guys think making like a from scratch C course and uploading it to YouTube would make sense? Like, would you watch that? Like, if you're in the chat now, or maybe on the YouTube video, drop that down below, right? Because I'm very interested in that. Because I mean, I could do that, right? I don't know if I should. How old are you, if I may ask? I'm 16. Yeah. Right. So, I already know C, but maybe you know some more stuff on it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like I can I'm pretty good at C, I would say. But I don't know. Now I feel bad about myself. Why? If you explained it, probably sure. I've been working in C for nearly 5 years, and the lack of quality explanations on YouTube is appalling. Most explain for C++. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there is some very big series from like this YouTuber, the Cherno. He's like the best guy, right? So probably a lot of people know him. That's basically how I got into C++. But for C, there's not kind of a lot of stuff, right? Glad to see more C devs. Yeah. I am 20, been programming for 4 years now. Tell me, what you've been programming longer, right? Tell me you've been programming longer. I've been programming since like 7 years or something. But like real programming, I did that since like maybe 3 years. Like actual, like C++ and stuff, right? Right, yeah. So let's get the screen in here. And this is a screen. Cool, great progress. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, bro. Okay, so that's basically that. Get determinant. Now I say C made by Coco Crab, bro. What the hell? That's the quality content. That comment. Yeah. Okay, right, so we actually don't only need the screen now, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice, I would say. So, okay, so let's also make a function for, so screen pointer creates queen. So we create a queen, right? It takes in a width and a height. And then we say, may I know how you learned C and C++? I learned it by watching YouTube tutorials and coding random game engines, then eventually coding more stuff, and eventually coding even more stuff, and then eventually even more stuff, right? That's how I learned it. Yeah. It's actually, I think it's kind of easy to learn. Like if I now think about it, but it's probably actually not easy because I now already know it. But if I would think about learning C or teaching someone C and they being kind of intelligent, I think they could learn it in, yeah, like the language, the basics of the language are not that hard. What is hard is actually designing complex systems, right? You won't learn it in school. That's the place where Java is taught. Bro, in my school, what is taught is writing stuff on paper about some random worms. I mean, we have a we have a class where that is called technology, right? And we learn about worms and how they live. That's literally our school. We're not. You can be glad that you learn Java, right? You can be glad, bro. I think C is mainly used for reverse engineering and cybersecurity. Oh my god, C has a really, really nice image. Oh my god. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of used for that, I guess, right? So let's say we have a screen pointer. Screen is equal to create screen. Screen. You got experience building breadboard computer. No. Like some very basic experience about that maybe, but I never built some kind of breadboard computer or something, right? So not really. That takes in the screen, and it says screen width. Right. Okay. So screen at I pixels, and it's actually screen.pixels at I, right? So screen.pixels at I, and screen pixels is equal to malloc size of pixel times width times height. Any YouTuber that inspired you towards low level and graphic stuff? Actually, he's not well known. I don't know the name of him, but I can Google him up. The exact name, I don't know it anymore. But that's the guy that initially got me into Travis Roman. Right, that guy. Travis Roman, because like he just has a series where he makes why is it episode 146 and then episode 204? Yeah, so Travis Roman, right? Because he made this engine, and like then what I was like what I liked was game engine development, and he made it in C, and he's actually kind of a good C programmer, and that's the initial thing that got me into low-level programming. I mean, let me quickly look up how far his engine got. Does he show it somewhere? And Solding, obviously. Solding is obviously a good channel. Also a good channel. Like the video is kind of not rendering correctly, but that guy is just a genius, right? It's kind of hard for me to navigate the video because I think my RAM or something. Yeah, he's kind of not showing it right. Yeah. Yeah, whatever, right? Just chat, right? Oh. Oh, wait. I just closed YouTube. Does it make anything? I think you probably The stream is still going. Yeah, the stream's probably still going, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. You might like Casey of Handmade Hero. Okay, we loved Zoding. Zoding is top tier, very based opinions. Zoding is top tier, right? Zoding is top tier. But he's also very popular, right? What is Lofi Radio? Hello, do you know a good way to set up OpenGL in Vim? In Vim. I think OpenGL in Vim, kind of impossible, right? Kind of impossible. I mean, Vim script, I don't know if you get OpenGL bindings into Vim script, but I could tell you how to set it up in C, right? Okay, so we clear the screen with red. That's like insane, right? Clear screen, red. That's cool, right? Right, so now we have something like that. So pixels. Can you tell me resources to learn C? Which YouTube tutorials you followed? Oh my god, that question is it's getting like the question is asked so often it's impossible, right? I didn't really watch any YouTube tutorial. Like what I kind of did, I learned C++ with Tech with Tim's C++ series. It's not really, like, it's a good series, but it's probably not the best. And then I did C++ for like 2 years and eventually got into C. And knowing C++, C was pretty... Bro, oh my god, sorry. C was pretty easy to do because it's backwards compatible, right? So I didn't watch any C tutorials, like any series. Everyone asked that to you a lot, I guess. Yeah, ray tracing in 1 weekend really helped me. Just beware of all the polymorphism. Ray tracing in 1 weekend is probably pretty cool, right? That's stuff, right? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I know why. Because we don't initialize the width of the screen. Problem with learning C, you can learn a lot from YouTube tutorials or documentation, but really need to get a feel for it. No tutorial will explain all of the undefined behavior. Yeah. Why you not start teaching C-Force? That's the exact thing that I thought about like 5 minutes ago. Right? So I'll say screen width and screen width, screen height. Why isn't it making \n? So let's say printf. I mean, kind of doesn't make sense, right? Wait, so clear screen. What does clear screen do? Where's clear screen? Just that. Okay. Why do we say y++? Why do we need y? What? Why don't we just print f(n)? Okay. Best Python library in your opinion? I know basically nothing about Python. I used Python like a long time ago. But I know something like NumPy or PyTorch. But I don't really know anything. That just names floating around in my head, right? So I can't really tell you about that. Why do we have sys/u context? What the fuck even is that? Why do we need that? Oh my god. Sys/u context. What? Why? What the fuck? Right, so we have that. So now the next step is to kind of structure our code, right? Because what we kind of need is some kind of a renderer. Like, I don't really like the way, like, let's call it Galilei.c. Oh, we already have it. Oh my god. Okay, so let's make a Galilei.h, because that's the name of the library, right? Because someone suggested it. So we basically need all of the types in here and all of the include, probably not all of them, but who cares, right? Then we have some random functions. So let's include Galilei.h, include stdio.h, and include stdlib.h. And now for the functions, so we have create screen. Right, so create screen, I mean, we could kind of prefix it with some kind of GL or something, but GL is probably bad prefix. But I don't care, right? So let's just leave that as it is. So, because it's just a fun library, right? It's not for real use. It's not even a library, bro. We just want to render some stuff. Let's call ourselves nothing, right? Just a little side project. I already see Galilei being in every fucking package manager of every distro because we said it's a library, right? So let's not call it anything. Min of vals, yeah, we kind of, all of those functions are kind of static, I would say, because they're kind of utility. So static, Jesus man, does whatever a Jesus can, spins a human any size, catch coders like flies. Okay, bro, I don't know what you want to say to me, but Jesus is definitely good, right? Okay, so back to sub, min of vals, max of vals. So what's your problem? Okay, so min of vals, max of vals, min of vals, whatever. Min of vals. Okay, and then get determinant. Also kind of useless function, not useless, but kind of utility function, right? We don't need that in the exposed API. So get determinant, and by the way, no underscore, we are cool developers, we don't have underscores, right? Get determinant underscore with nothing. Okay, let's do that again. That's a big moment, Sarah. Underscore nothing. Oh my god. Okay. So draw a circle, draw a rectangle, clear screen. That's basically all the functions that we kind of need to be have to have exposed. Right? I did that one too. Beware of the strange words that will form in the future. The strange words that will form in the future. Okay. I will keep an eye on strange words that form in the future. Thank you. I will keep an eye out for them. Okay, okay, we have a triangle. We still have a triangle actually. Right. Lack of casing or separations in var func names is genuinely causing my soul harm. That's why we're doing it, right? That's why we're doing it, because we are fucking psychopaths and we should not be allowed to be in fresh air, right? Okay, so we have the thing. Now let's remove all of the like we kind of need to remove the main, right? So let's have some kind of a tests folder. Right. Tests, and tests will just have... Bro, I have a brain lag. What the fuck? Okay, so let's say test terminal triangle. .c. Okay. Hash include /gale.h, and we also include the C file because we're psychopaths, right? And we don't want to make any library, so gcc-o tests. Test. And would you look at that? Nice. Remove test. Okay. Yeah, nice. So that's basically that. So let's say build tests.sh. Right? I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay, I think we can actually... That's a good use case for GPT, because I don't know how Makefile works, so let's use ChatGPT and quickly hide my history, because... Oh, will it show again when I reload it? No, that's cool. Right, so make me a Makefile that compiles every .c file in the directory into a executable in bin / the name of the C file. Right? You got that? Got it! You want a Makefile that compiles every C file in the current directory to an individual executable file, placing each executable in the bin directory with the same name as the C file. Exactly. Thank you, bro. We are bros, right? So make. Nice. Why don't you CMake? Way easier. CMake is easier than make. That's just wild. CMake is CMake, right? I will not comment on CMake being CMake, right? Okay, let's be cool and Unicode full block. Just like that. And like that. And make that shit. Shouldn't we make that shit? I think we should make that shit. Make. Ooh. What? Ah. Tests make. Nothing to... Oh, okay. Okay. .bin test terminal. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of cool, right? So... You should probably still stick to terminal. I'm joking. Okay. So, let's set up a test x11. Right? So let's set up that shit and let's get a fucking window to open. And for that, because we are cool, let's use first a private window and then the XCP API. XCP API window creation. Creating a basic window. After we got some basic information about our screen, we can create our first window. Okay, we didn't get the basic information about our screen. So how do we get the basic information of our screen? Page history. Okay. I like the cat, but tutorial? Basic Windows and Drawing, Xlib, Mouse Cursor, Introduction. Yeah. Okay. Why is it implementing so much random stuff? I just want to open the graphics context. Why opening and closing the connection to an X server? That's what I want. So we basically have this, right? And hash include xcb/xcb.h int main void. So we have an xcb connection. If null, the display environment variable. Okay. Let's do our setup, right? So like that. So let's define null, right? Screen pointer. Screen pointer. Where's the thing? What? Connect? Ah, here. Also null. Okay. Everything's just null, right? Alright. So null. And hash include stdlib.h. Or what does that stdio? What? Oh, maybe? No? Conflicting types? Ah, connection. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. But let's keep stdlib. And, okay, and then in here we can disconnect the connection. Right, so checking basic information about connection. Yeah. Okay, so we kind of need the XDB screen, right? So screen num, right? So int32t screen num. Would you look at that? No fucking underscores. So screen num, and then we have a const xcb setup t. Pointer setup is equal to xcb get setup. What is a setup? X is the data returned by the server. Okay. So, okay. Kind of makes sense, right? xcb screen iterator t. Which is, what is that? Probably some int or something. Iter is equal to xcb setup root iterator. Okay. If you say so. Setup. Okay. So we are basically iterating some screens. I have no idea if it has something to do with the physical screens. Right? But we want the screen at index screen num of the iterator. Kaib, welcome. Okay. Ah, screen num. Okay, and where do we... Makes sense, right? So screen num is that. And then we basically want to get the screen. So xcb screen next. Iter. And xcb screen t screen is equal to iter.data, right? So kind of makes sense. Information of screen. Okay, I mean we can print that, right? What? Print. Okay. Can I just print an integer like that? Why does it have to make everything so complicated? I don't have this fucking macro, bro. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But I have stdio. So let's include that. Okay, that's actually the wrong thing. So did we make? Yeah, so that's been... Where's our text? Ah, fuck. So let's move test... Move... Wait, what? cd bin move text test x11 dot dot cd dot dot, and then we just say make. Okay, now we have undefined references. Okay, that's a kind of a problem with also with the make file. But what we could do, which is kind of dumb, but whatever, right? So what we could do is always just link all things with xcb. So libs is equal to -l xcb, and then in here just say libs, right? Libs, and we make, and we say bin test x11. Okay, width and height. Okay, so that kind of makes sense because that's the width of my entire setup, like my second monitor and my first monitor, right? So okay, we kind of got something. Nice, the window hierarchy to. Oh my god. Do you know sorting? Yes, I was talking about sorting like earlier in the stream. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Okay, so let's go to the creating a basic window, right? So the hello world program. After we get some basic information about our screen, we can create our first window. In the X window system, a window is characterized by an ID. So in XCB, a window is of type UN32T. We first ask for a new ID of our window with this function. Okay. So we basically say XCB window T, or like, let's be serious and just say window, right? So win. Right, so XCB generate ID connection. Right, so we generated a new window ID. Then XCB supplies the following function to create windows. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Okay, okay, it gave me an example, right? So that's kind of good. X create window. Okay, so let's put in the connection. Then the depth. We want to copy that from the parent, right? So obviously, who doesn't know that? We want to copy the depth from the parent, then the window, actually. Okay. So, didn't I? Oh, it's a win. The parent is screen root. Yeah, makes sense. So screen root. X00 is going to be handled by the window manager, right? So, and that, let's say 500 by 500. Border width 1 or something, I don't know. That's handled by the window manager, right? XCB window class input output. Okay, and the visual is just a screen root visual. Okay. And the value mask is 0, and the this is null because we probably don't have a value mask. So that's how we created a window. Right, right. And then we flush. Now we map the window. So XCB map window, which just shows the window on the screen. Connection and win. And then we flush, right? So flush con. Yeah. Okay, so then we flush the connection, and then we pause. So let's just pause by saying while 1 and return 0, and hopefully we maybe have window now, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, we have a window. Look at this shit. And it just copies everything that's in the frame buffer. That's so cool. That's actually so cool, right? Okay, nice. So how do we do event handling? Okay, so drawing in a window. Bro, you tell me how I draw in the window before actually telling me how I listen to events? What the fuck? Right? Events. What? Oh my god, what is that? XCB handle events. X events. Registering for event types. Okay, so you basically... That's some serious graphics over gameplay. Yeah, I don't know what you... I don't get what you want to say, bro. That's some serious graphics over gameplay. Okay. Maybe some typo or something, because I can't really recognize that. Sorry, bro. Luigi? Oh, sorry. So... okay. Okay, so you basically give the mask into the window, right? So you say... Unit 32T mask, XCB, CV, CW event mask. And then we say... basically something like values. Maybe a unit 32T pointer or something, I don't know. Unit 32 vals is equal to XCB event mask exposure. Okay, which is actually an int, which is kind of good. And then we have the mask, so we should get the mask and the vals. Right, not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Change window attributes. If the window is already created, we can use change window attributes, receiving events, writing the event loop, XCV wait for event. Okay. Yeah, right, so this is kind of good. Good documentation. Don't you think so? So while the event is equal to XCB wait for event on the connection, we switch on event. Okay, we need to call it EV because we're cool, right? So EV dot response type if... Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck is this monstrosity? Is it maybe some kind of range of events for Windows or something? I have no idea. Why aren't they even explaining it? So XCB expose, we get an XCB expose event T, expose event T, expose, XCB expose event T, E, B. And okay, let's print F expose. And then probably we get some kind of width and height, right? So let's prepare for that. So expose.width and expose.height. True programmers explain code from the air. Okay, so code is like... There's code and there's code from the air. And code from the air is basically code that falls out of the sky. And yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it because I'm not a good programmer. Like, what the fuck do you mean? True programmers explain code from the air. Do you mean something like... maybe like you mean explaining code live? Like while writing the code, you explain it? Do you mean that? Yeah. Okay, so let's print the expose event because we're cool like that. And then let's then say default break in one line, right? Expose 500, okay, not bad. So we get expose events. Now we can go to the drawing Drawing in a window. Allocating a graphics context. As we said, a graphical context defines several attributes. Okay. So yeah. We give now an example. He always needs to decrypt our comments. Real. Okay. Okay, so we basically need a G context T. Which we get by generating an ID or what? But XCB generate ID, we use that in here, right? And it... Okay. Whatever. Okay, so let's generate an ID for the G context. And put the connection here. So then we have a graphical context, and then we basically create the graphical context. So CB. Yeah, CB, right? The ID is probably the G context, right? So, like that. And then we kind of have a drawable. The drawable is maybe the window, right? Yeah. Win. Okay, so we should probably do that after we create the window. I'm kind of feeling it. Alright. Yeah. So where the here. Okay, so black. What is black? G context. Connection? What? CID is just black. And what is black? Black is... Why do they call it? Create a black graphics context for drawing in a foreground. Okay, okay. Mask value. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So we have the same kind of API as with the window. So we create some kind of flag mask and then the values for the flags, right? Okay, and we probably need to wrap that into a scope. And let's make us a little bit of place, right? So let's wrap this into a scope till here. And then wrap this into a scope. Okay. Like that. And then we basically call that vels. And then we have vels and a... no, it's actually the other way around. So mask and then vels. Yeah. Yeah. Black, and then we create the context and we... Yeah. Okay. Okay, easy. Alright. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Yeah. Okay. But now we kind of changing the attributes of a graphics context. I mean, don't we kind of drawing primitive point, line, box, circle, XCP poly point. To draw a line, this function will draw a line. XCP poly segment, XCP segment T to draw a rectangle or several rectangles. Okay. Create a black graphics context with the window, yeah. Then you generate what you first create a graphics context and then create the window? Okay, that's insane, right? I don't know if you have to do it like this. I mean, if they're doing it, let's also do it, right? So basically in here, right? And have the graphics context be in here. Yes. Okay. So they're actually creating the graphic concept before the window, and then they map the window, they flush, and then they do this stuff. And okay, so poly segment, poly arc, poly point. Okay. Okay, let's try to do that, right? XDB flush the request. Okay. So poly point. Poly point takes in the con, the win, the foreground. What's foreground? Foreground. Maybe the graphics context is called foreground. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's the G context. This is 1. And points is just, I think we can just pass a just 1 point, right? So XCB point T point is equal to 10. Okay, so we kind of draw a point, but what will this do? Will this just draw 1 pixel to that coordinate? I don't know. And what they include xcb/xcb.h. Okay, expected this. Expected too few arguments. Point, right? And then we flush con. Let's see what that gives us. Nothing. Okay. Bro, I tripped on my fucking cable. Oh my god. It gives us nothing. I mean, maybe it's because we actually generate the ID for the window. So what do they have for window before they? Where's window? Window screen root. Window screen root. Okay. So they kind of say just screen root in here, right? So screen root. And then they also have another flag, graphics exposures. Okay. XCB GC graphics exposures, and we have 0 for that for some reason. Okay, so screen root. Still nothing, right? Still nothing. So con G context screen root mask valves, and this generates an ID. XCB back pixel. Okay, maybe that's important. Maybe that's important, right? So mask. So mask is equal to that, right? And then we have the values as screen white pixel. Okay, interesting. White pixel, XCB event mask exposure. Okay, and then we have con XCB copy from parent. Then we have the window, the root, the with that class input output root visual masks and vals. Map the window. Okay. Okay, now it's white, and as you can see, look at that. Look at that. It just filled in the thing. Right? But why is there some kind of scuffed border around it? Is it maybe because we have 1 pixel of border radius? Yes. Oh my god. Okay. That's kind of cool, right? That's kind of cool. So now what we can do is implement a renderer for but wait. How can I change the color of the point? Would I need to create a... Let's Google that up. XCB change foreground color. How do I draw in colors? I'm creating C code that must draw lines and symbols in several graphic windows in several colors. Consulting the World Wide Web, I learned that I need to use a color map. However, I cannot get them to work. Most code I found is about creating and populating a new color map. However, I only need a handful of colors. Okay. So what you basically, like how I understand, what you basically need to do is create a new graphics context for each. Or do you, okay, you give it a graphics context, and then you have the value mask and the value list. Okay. Okay, so basically the graphic context to change one of the following: XCB GC function, XCB GC plane mask. In graphic operation given a source and destination pixels, the result is computed bitwise in corresponding pixels that is Boolean operations is performed. Okay. I mean we can, to do refer to GX. I don't know what I should. Can't we just foreground color pixel? Right? Can't we just say XCB, where's the function? XCB change GC. XCB change GC, and then we take a connection, we take a G context, right? So G context, and we take a value mask, which is just XCB GC foreground, I guess, and then we say value list is just uint32t vals is equal to XCB. How did I do that in here? GC screen black pixel. Okay, can't I just, what are you going to do with the triangle rasterizer? Yeah, that's the the thing is, I'm working on a software renderer, right? And a software renderer kind of needs a triangle rasterizer, and it's just a for fun project to kind of learn how software rendering works and stuff, and kind of maybe draw some 3D stuff as well, just for fun, right? And for learning purposes, so that's not the main project, right? Okay, so XCB, yeah, what I wanted to look up, so screen white pixel, what is that? It's just uint32t, so what I think, you can maybe just say 0xFF0000, maybe FF is the alpha, I don't know. And then you say vals, and that should also work. Okay, it's kind of still black, right? Kind of still black, but I can't really. It could also be red. I have boomer, right? Look at this. It's fucking blue. Why is it blue? Maybe because of the FF. Let's see, boomer. It's still blue. Okay, now it's red, so that's good. BGRA format. Do you think? Actually? No, I don't think so. I think it's just because of the boomer. Hello. Okay, now it's red. You see that? It's red. I don't think it's BGRA format, or maybe it is. I don't know. We can check that. If I have, okay, let's see. Let's get a color picker. Okay, so let's just take this color and check if it's displayed correctly. Yes, I can see it already. It's displayed. Just guessed. Yeah, no problem, bro. It's a good guess, but I think it's not. Like, it's a good guess, but I don't think that that they are actually using BGRA. Okay, so we are able to draw pixels, right? So then let's implement our rasterizer that we coded, but in actual XCB, right? So let's see. Let's include Galilei.h. And so we have the expose. Okay, so this will just iterate. So for unit to t I is equal to 0, and yeah, so let's basically create a. Okay, so let's also remove that from here. Let's create a actual Galilei screen. So what is this? Why is it so scuffed? Oh my, what the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe because of the for loop, right? Okay, so also where are vals? Why did I delete them? What the fuck? Okay, so it's formatted correctly. Screen pointer pixels is equal to create screen. Let's say the exact same size of the window, so let's create that after the window actually. Good. Where is it? Here, screen. And let's say 500 by 500. And then we say clear screen. Pixels with color 25500. And then we say draw triangle. What? Draw triangle? Draw rectangle. Okay, so we didn't implement draw triangle in the header. Draw triangle. Draw triangle. Oh, I copied the entire code. Why? Draw triangle is that. Like that. And now it should be available, right? So draw triangle. Pixels. Say vec2 0 0. Vec2 it's actually not vec2s, bro. Vec2, yeah, let's say 100. Let's say 200 0. And then vec2 100 200 or something like that. And where's our stuff? Here, so, and the color will be something like color 0, 255 0 for a green. So then we have the triangle, we cleared the screen. Okay, so then we have the screen data, right? Then we have the screen data, and yeah, let's actually take that and put that up in here. And let's say red, and let's say green. And we expose, and yeah, okay, so let's now implement. Okay, we need some kind of RGB to hex. I mean, I already have that, so let's go into rave source/color.c and look at that, color to hex. Would you look at that, right? So that just takes in a color. But without the RA, right? So I would guess it's just I would guess it's just without that, right? So let's check that. I have no idea about bit shifting and stuff. So color is equal to lf color to hex color, and then printf 0x% color, and color is just red, for example. Undefined reference to draw triangle and clear screen. Okay, we need to include the C file as well. Okay, we also then don't need that. Undeclared. We pulled it away from here. Oh my god. Okay, we have our thing. Color is 0x. What? FF0. Okay, yeah, makes sense. This kind of makes sense. And then include a C file. That's wild. Yeah, I know, we're very wild in this project. I said it already, including a C file, and also the naming conventions, everything is very wild. Without any underscores, nothing. We are just wild, you know? We are just wild. Right, so here we print the color. Okay, so let's now actually say for uint32t I is equal to 0, I is less than screen or pixels dot width times pixels dot height. Yeah, like that. And that's basically, let me check what we want is yeah, okay, so what we want is that, and in 32t x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, I plus plus, and if I percent pixels width equal 0, we say x is equal to 0 and y plus plus, right? And yeah, that's basically it. And then we say pixel is equal to pixels at I, yeah, pixels at I, and the point is xy, and the vals are actually, let me put that. The vals are pixel, like color to hex, right? So color to hex. So color to hex, bro. Pixel dot color. Right. Let's try that. And flush at the end. 69. Right. Would you take a look at this? Oh my god! Oh my god, is it slow? Bro, why is it so slow? Oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Why is it isn't even trying anything? Maybe changing the graphics context for everything. Okay, so that's that's kind of insane, right? Yeah. Okay, but why didn't we get any result. If I try to do that, okay, it just gives me this thing, right? So it probably because x is not plussed, x plus plus. Oh my god. Would you take a look at that? Pixel.color and x plus plus. Oh my god. That's kind of beautiful, right? But why is the colors wrong? Why are the colors wrong? Probably because, let's say, now go and render 250k trimesh. Yeah, bro, we will optimize it. I think it's just because we changed the graphics context for every fucking pixel, which is probably dumb. Right? So let's see. Color. Okay, wild history, but okay, let's see. Probably because of endians. Yeah. Like I have a brand that convert RGB color to hex. Let's see. Oh my god, in C. Yeah, okay, so kind of like that. Color.r, color.g, color.b. Okay, so now we have our triangle. Now we have a triangle, right? Guys, let's go. That's kind of cool, actually. And even on my RX 7900 XTX graphics card, it takes about 1 second to render. Like, for the optimization, we'll do that next time, because I don't really have time anymore. But we figured out how to render triangles, right? Probably there are errors, and where's the triangle rendering code? In here. So let's try out some kind of different triangles. So isn't it rendering on the CPU? Yeah, it's basically rendering on the CPU. That's the project, right? So let's see, like 50-0. Will that still work? Still works, right? And what about just a straight thing? So basically 0-0, and then the next one is basically 0-200, and the next one is 200-200. Okay. 200-200, 0-200. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, and what about drawing multiple triangles? So 0-0, and then we basically have wait, let me think. 200-200 becomes 200-0, right? And let's say blue for that one. Okay, because we are in 0-0. Wait, but that should still kind of... So 0-0, then 200-0, and then... Okay, but then 200-200, right? Oh my god! Take a look at that. It's a fucking custom rendered triangles. With like the insane speed of changing the graphics context for every pixel, right? So that's kind of great. But what if we don't do that? just black. It's still so heavy. Okay. Okay, so maybe polypoint is bad. Ah, I think what I should do is, I think I'm using the API wrong. I think or I don't know, like, how should I? Yeah, I'm doing it next time, right? So guys, I hope you liked the stream, but it's over for today, right? Like if I would keep going, I would just be so frustrated, and I don't know. I'm feeling a break, right? I'm feeling a break. But that's for next time, right? So the break is for next time. So yeah, definitely bye guys, and peace out. Maybe flip it vertically. We will see you in the next one. Right? So bye bye.